And we welcome you back here to the Palace in Auburn Hills. With Joe Dumars dealing with the bad back and having a tough time, Clark, against Michael Jordan. The Pistons trying something different here, bringing Truck in early to give him a turn against the reigning MVP.
And you know, Kevin, to be candid, even before the back troubles, Dumars had struggled against MJ this season. Just 12 points per game on 29% shooting from the floor. Coach hoping Truck can stem the tide.
We've said it before, but certainly some history between these two teams. Central Division rivals, the Pistons sent the Bulls home 3 years in a row en route to titles in '89 and '90. But with the Bulls championship and last year's playoffs, it seems at last they have the upper hand.
Pass to Thomas. Back to Truck. Nailed from three-point land. And, Mike, for the season, the Bulls are among the league leaders in assists at almost 28 a game.
They moved the ball well, and they had to improve in that area in order to finally overcome the Pistons' defensive scheme, famously known as the Jordan rules.
And, Clark, the Pistons were that great roadblock to the Bulls' title aspirations. It seemed like every year Chicago got a little bit closer.
You're exactly right, Kevin. Each playoffs, they pushed the series just a little bit further until finally, last season, they swept the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, breaking through to win the franchise's first ever NBA title.
And if I'm headed down a dark alley, I'll take Truck by my side. Nobody's going to want any trouble.
Yeah, I agree there, Mike. He doesn't say a lot. He doesn't have to. One look is enough for him to get his message across.
And a third-round pick back in 1983, Mike, Truck got his start on those great Celtics teams.
No better place to learn about winning. 4 straight finals runs from '84 to '87 and 2 NBA titles.
Here's Jordan after the basket by Detroit. Back to Grant. Passes it to Carter. Just 5 on the clock.
Using his size to his advantage.
Goal, the Pistons. 46 seconds left in the first. Truck dishes to Walker. Nice ball movement by Detroit. A shot by Bedford, no good. And the Pistons coming off a 1-2 road trip, Mike. Their last game, a loss in Miami, where they shot, 11 free throws to the Heat's 41 free throw attempts.
Yeah, Joe Dumars was the only Pistons starter to get to the line. Meanwhile, everyone from Miami seemed to be living there, so that was the game.
Thomas finds Truck. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Jordan against Truck. And again, Jordan with the bucket over Truck.
I'll tell you, trying to defend Michael Jordan one-on-one is just about impossible.
Agree with that. Incredibly quick first step he has, and if he doesn't blow by you, he can probably overpower you.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Bulls out front. They lead by 6. And the second quarter will be on
the Bulls. 19.
And we welcome you back to the second quarter here at the Palace of Auburn Hills for the 4th matchup of the regular season between the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls.
And the Pistons were very frustrated in their loss to Miami the other night. Coach got ejected, and there were 5 other technical fouls called.
And I think the Pistons frustrated just overall this season, especially when they played on the road.
Shot clock at 6. Purdue the screen. And it's Armstrong missing.
Defense got all kinds of fortunate right there. Usually he takes full advantage of that situation.
I'm sure he'll take another shot at it if they keep giving him openings.
Bedford passes to Osborne. Down low. A nice shot by Bedford. Bedford's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Pistons.
Took the smaller defender to task inside. Great recognition of the mismatch.
And the league leader in rebounding, Clark. Dennis Rodman, averaging 18.5 per game.
Boy, that's a ridiculous stat. I mean, his defensive rebounding rate more than twice what it was his rookie season. I mean, he's literally made a science of it, studying where shots are coming off and how he can get there using his strength and length. You know, Armstrong grew up in the Detroit area, idolizing Isaiah Thomas.
And up until last year's playoffs, he'd really struggled playing here in Detroit. Some added pressure in front of friends and family.
Lets it go from 14. Jordan can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 6. Trying to find a way out of this rut, Mike.
Yeah, looking to regain some momentum offensively.
And the Bulls, Mike, so explosive offensively.
A great 1-2 punch with Jordan and Pippen. And with Paxson, Hodges, and Armstrong, they surround them with shooters.
Pass to Hobson. Rebound, Detroit. And so far, the Pistons got to be happy, Mike, with what they've been getting from Truck.
He's played Jordan pretty even so far. Definitely holding his own. That's impressive. And you look at Truck, a football physique. He's built for heavy duty.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
You know, in the early going, they've been effective scoring in the mid-range, and if it's falling, I say stay with it.
Another thing that has impressed me, it's their number of points in the paint. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Bill Lambier's checked in for Bedford. Rodman comes in for Sally. And Aguirre's subbed in for Walker. And defensively, the Pistons have been, Mike, as stout as ever. But scoring the ball this season, that has been the challenge.
And their backcourt is normally responsible for the bulk of their scoring, along with Aguirre. But they'll need somebody else to chip in offensively.
Armstrong passes to Paxson. Fires from 18. And that's good for 2. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Anytime Paxson can get to his jump shot, it's a win for this offense.
Mike leading the league in scoring for the 6th consecutive season, the great Michael Jordan.
Surprise, surprise. A hair under 30 points per game this season, and that's a dip from what he's accustomed to.
And a wide open look for Jordan. And Thomas pulls it down. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. The pass to Osborne. To the middle. Rodman dishes to Lambier. And the shot goes down.
The defense attempts to slow Lambier down, but inside he knows how to fight for his looks.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls.
Not a bad time to pump the brakes right here. Check in with everybody and make sure you're speaking in stereo.
Could be a chance to adjust the lineup as well.
A different look here for Detroit.
Substitution on the court.
There's a minute left to play here in the half. Paxson kicks to Pippen. What's the screen? Pass to Grant. Back to Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. Paxson against Thomas. No good from Paxson. And for the season, Mike, Isaiah Thomas averaging a little over 7 assists a game.
Down quite a bit from his career average, but productive as ever with his scoring. I love how aggressive Truck is when he's on the floor, going right into the foul.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Both good from the line that time. 24 seconds left in the first half. Jordan working around. Inside. Thomas against Grant. Clock at 6. Here's Jordan. Cartwright, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Bill Laimbeer.
Look at the big man fooling the defense. Cartwright putting his defender off balance with the pump fake.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And so it's Truck making things happen for Detroit. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we're back for the second half of play here in Auburn Hills, Michigan, as the Pistons look to get a win against their rival, the Chicago Bulls. Chicago trailing here. And a close game here, Mike, as we begin the second half.
Well, that's been the story in the previous contest this season between the Bulls and Pistons. Can Detroit follow through down the stretch?
For the finish, a slam dunk by Thomas.
Surprising ups for the little fella. Isaiah Thomas saw the opening, took it, and threw it down.
Passes it to Jordan. And Laimbeer pulls it down. Pistons leading by 3. Kicks it out to Truck. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Cartwright. Cartwright's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Truck. That's his first foul. Well, we know he's bounced around, Clark. At times rode the bench. But Truck has always stayed ready.
Yeah, I respect that about how he prepares. A great teammate, a rugged defender. Here late in his career, he's fit in nicely with the bad boy Pistons.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Paxson passes to Pippen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Jordan.
And as they go back and forth, MJ reclaiming his point lead over Truck.
The Pistons lead it. Thomas passes to Osborne. To the inside. Rodman with a screen on Jordan. Here's Truck. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, there's a sense in Detroit that they just don't get as many calls as they did when they were the champions. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how they feel.
Yeah, rightly or not, they feel they're more scrutinized when they're guarding and not getting the benefit of the doubt when they draw contact on offense.
Jordan passes to Paxson. For the lead. Off target. Truck taking up the airspace. It's a neck-and-neck game in Detroit. To the paint. And Dennis Rodman with the slam.
Such an excellent teammate. Dumore's guys appreciate when he passes it to them when they're open.
Chicago calls timeout.
Get up, get up, get up, and start making some noise. Here they come, your Pistons dancing. That was your Pistons dancers, dance team. Make some noise.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And they double up Jordan. Pass to Paxson. The feed to Jordan. Shot clock at 6. That one falls, coming off of Paxson's feed. Jordan's got 17 now.
And when you look at Scottie Pippen's growth to an elite level, I think it's really what's made this Bulls team so unstoppable.
Substitution on the floor.
6 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Thomas. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pistons lead by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Welcome back to the fourth quarter here in Auburn Hills. These fans rooting on their Pistons to steal a game from the champion Chicago Bulls. And Thursday, the Pistons hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Mike handing out free windbreakers to the first 4,000 fans. Pretty nice deal.
And for the fans braving the harsh Michigan winter, enjoy those windbreakers. You might want to layer up a bit with those, just saying.
Here's Purdue. Rebound by the Pistons. Now the pass to Bedford. Back to Truck. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
Love the grittiness Truck plays with inside. And Detroit doing an excellent job slowing down this much-vaunted Chicago offense.
Well, we know and agree that the Pistons' identity is defense. You knew they would try to muck things up and put some sandpaper into the defense, and that's what they've done.
Livingston's checked in for the Bulls. And so he makes both from the line. And Chicago has possession. And what a game for Truck. Mike, he's playing Michael Jordan basically to a standstill.
And that's saying something. Jordan with every accolade under the sun, but that's the beauty of sports. You never know.
Here's Jordan. Jordan missing. Nice defense there by Truck. Pass to Bedford. Back to Truck. Here's Sally. Goes back up, and the layup is up and in. Sally's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons.
Winning play there. Saw the opportunity to take a second crack at it.
You know, Michael Jordan has led the Bulls to the playoffs every season since he was drafted. That's 7 times in all. But it took time for them to be a serious contender.
And the Pistons had been that obstacle in their path. But last season, the Bulls finally overcame them in convincing fashion.
Really a tough situation for the defender there. Put him in a pickle. Jordan drives with such force, so it's not surprising he's able to draw the foul.
So for the Pistons, Bill Lambert's checked in for Bedford. Rodman comes in for Sally. And it's Dumars in for Walker. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bill Cartwright, he's checked in for Purdue. Grant comes in for Livingston. Scottie Pippen's checked in for Hobson. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong.
And nice job by Truck. Nailing the jumper, playing with confidence.
Here's Paxson. Pops it up for Jordan. Jordan answers back on Truck. And Mike, how about Dennis Rodman? Averaging over 6 offensive rebounds a game this season.
And usually he looks to pass out. The Pistons wouldn't mind him trying to score a little bit more off those rebounds.
They grab their own miss. Rodman, and he banks in the layup.
With Rodman, you have to be aware of where he is. Get a body on him, really box him out. Dennis is always looking for an offensive rebound.
Cartwright with a screen on Truck. Jordan the pass to Paxson. Offside Pippen. Grant dishes to Pippen. Just 3 to shoot. Rebound, Detroit. Rodman's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Well, you know, their offensive rebounding throughout this one has been clutch, timely. I mean, it's kept the ball out of the enemy's hands and gotten them lots of second chance points. That's a winning recipe.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense down the floor.
Clark, 11 consecutive All-Star appearances for the terrific Isaiah Thomas.
He's one of the best to ever do it. No question about it. He's never missed being an All-Star in his decorated career.
Grant with a screen on Thomas. Paxson passes to Grant. Nice D from Lane Beer.
Really good position defensively and a really good shot contest, too.
Couldn't have played it any better.
Double team on Truck. Cartwright against Rodman. Kicks to Thomas. Passes it to Dumars. And here's Truck from the arc. Detroit, no good that time either. Bulls trail by 7. And they double up Jordan. Here's Pippen. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Boy, that's leadership right there. Coming through in the clutch. Pippen knocking it down in a big moment.
Rodman looking it over. No good by Truck. Jordan playing the defense that time.
Jordan not letting his guard down against Truck. Not relaxing at all. Giving him his full attention defensively.
Here's Jordan. Another bucket for Jordan. Scoring on Truck.
Nobody more clutch than Jordan. When the game is on the line, he comes up large for his team.
Rodman dishes to Truck. Off target with his 3.
Well, that's another low percentage shot. He's been settling throughout this game for those kinds of shots.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul.
Truck, how you feel?
Situated on the shores of the Detroit River, the beautiful Renaissance Center. Welcome to Auburn Hills, Michigan. Here with Clark Kellogg.
Truck, you're up. Come on. All right, it's time for what we talked about. Coach needs you to get out there, play defense, and make Mike work for it.
Coach, I'm going to make him work on both ends.
No. Listen to me. I need you to...
And we welcome you back here to the Palace in Auburn Hills. With Joe Dumars dealing with the bad back and having a tough time, Clark, against Michael Jordan. The Pistons trying something different here, bringing Truck in early to give him a turn against the reigning MVP.
And you know, Kevin, to be candid, even before the back trouble, Dumars had struggled against MJ this season. Just 12 points per game on 29% shooting from the floor. Coach hoping Truck can stem the tide.
And we've said it before, but certainly some history between these two teams. Central Division rivals, the Pistons sent the Bulls home 3 years in a row en route to titles in '89 and '90. But with the Bulls championship and last year's playoffs, it seems at last they have the upper hand.
And there's the pass to Osborne from outside the arc. Chicago grabs the miss.
Jordan not letting his guard down against Truck, not relaxing at all, giving him his full attention defensively.
Jordan outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Truck. That's his first foul. And Clark, the Pistons were that great roadblock to the Bulls' title aspirations. It seemed like every year Chicago got a little bit closer.
You're exactly right, Kevin. Each playoffs, they pushed the series just a little bit further until finally, last season, they swept the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, breaking through to win the franchise's first ever NBA title.
And the Pistons coming off a 1-2 road trip, Mike. Their last game, a loss in Miami, where they shot, 11 free throws to the Heat's 41 free throw attempts.
Yeah, Joe Dumars was the only Piston starter to get to the line. Meanwhile, everyone from Miami seemed to be living there, so that was the game. And if I'm headed down the dark alley, I'll take Truck by my side. Nobody's going to want any trouble.
Yeah, I agree there, Mike. He doesn't say a lot. He doesn't have to. One look, is enough for him to get his message across.
Paxson, their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Pass to Truck. Kicks it out to Rodman. Truck sets the pick for Rodman. Over Grant. Truck wide open. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
And Truck is finding buckets hard to come by. Jordan reminding us he's a former Defensive Player of the Year.
Here's Pippen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a third-round pick back in 1983. Mike Truck got his start on those great Celtics teams.
No better place to learn about winning. 4 straight finals runs from 84 to 87 and 2 NBA titles.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Bedford's checked in for Laimbeer. Sally comes in for Dennis Rodman. And Walker's subbed in for Aguirre. Chicago also making some changes. Will Purdue's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Grant. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for John Paxson. To the middle. Pippen against Walker. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Hobson's checked in for Pippen.
Bulls, substitution, number 2.
Pistons trail by 3. Thomas passes to Osborne. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And Mike, for the season, the Bulls are among the league leaders in assists at almost 28 a game.
They moved the ball well, and they had to improve in that area in order to finally overcome the Pistons' defensive scheme, famously known as the Jordan rules.
Inside, here's Osborne. And Truck is off the mark. Jordan right up on him. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for Chicago. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points. And we welcome you back to the second quarter here at the Palace of Auburn Hills for the 4th matchup of the regular season between the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls.
And the Pistons were very frustrated in their loss to Miami the other night. Coach got ejected, and there were 5 other technical fouls called.
And I think the Pistons frustrated just overall this season, especially when they've played on the road.
Passes to Jordan. And it's blocked. Walker taking his time here. And it's Truck missing.
Had an easy look in transition and basically just tricked it. He's going to hear about that from his boys.
Oh, his guys will be roasting him later for missing that one. I'm sure he's kicking himself for coming up empty.
They shoot again. It's tipped. And the Bulls, Mike, so explosive offensively.
A great 1-2 punch with Jordan and Pippen. And with Paxson, Hodges, and Armstrong, they surround them with shooters.
King outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Truck.